That's true.
All right, shares of Rivian also under pressure as the automaker announces plans to raise about $1.3 billion worth of green convertible senior notes. Julie, this comes on the back of an announcement the other day. They expected previously 50,000, I believe, deliveries next year, and that was amped up to about 60,000 in a meeting. So there is some excitement over that. But these are still, this is an automaker, an EV automaker still in its infancy here.
Yeah, and they sort of keep coming back and forth with that production target, right? There were concerns that they weren't going to meet the target. Then, yes, there was that internal memo that was leaked that maybe they were going to surpass the target.
Kind of Tesla-ish. I mean, it reminds me of some back and forth with respect to Tesla a few years back. I don't want to paint with too broad a stroke here.
Right. I mean, I don't know that investors have the same level of patience for Rivian that they seem to have had for Tesla over time, although certainly investors seem to throw in the towel on Tesla at various times in its history. But Rivian this morning down 7%. That has to do with the dilution here. So when a company sells a convertible bond, that bond is convertible at a point in the future into stock, which will then dilute the value of the shares. I was curious why, Jared, these are green convertible bonds. And it's basically because Rivian's an EV company. That's the reason why. So if they use the proceeds from this bond sale,
they're favorable
effectively
terms somehow.
For operations, yes, that means it's a green bond. So just looking into the prospectus here and what they discussed using that for. As we were discussing, though, and I know you're pulling up Rivian on the old chart machine there. The stock is down about 7% year to date, I believe. So
yes.
It definitely also has not participated in the upside that we've seen for a lot of other companies.
It's been very choppy. This is a sideways chart still hanging out in the bottom of the range year to date, but that's not a long period of time. Let's check out, this is 3 years. Actually, I forgot. They just came to market a year and a half ago. What is it, 2 years? Anyway, there was a lot of excitement initially, and you can see that huge pop towards the opening day there when it came to market, finally listed, and it's just been a strong descent in the first part and then kind of a slog sideways to down in the second part. What I don't like necessarily is that it was finding new lows in December, while a lot of other stocks that have been beaten down were making higher highs and higher lows, and so just technically speaking, still has a lot to prove here with Rivian.
Yeah, well, it's not proven it this morning, that's for sure, as we see the stock continue to go down.